Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/Choosingbeggars. Thanks in advance for all your likes, comments, and subscriptions. And our first story for the day. I deliver food to a lady, and she wants me to pay for it. So this happened recently, so the details are fairly sharp. Just some basic disclaimers. On phone, English is not my first. You know it by now. In the country where I live, you can order food online and decide to pay online or by cash. Once you order, someone on a moped or bike delivers it to your house. I was a bike deliverer and someone ordered a huge order for around 40 euros. It was a rainy day and it was almost at the end of my shift, so I was already agitated before even hearing of the order. All the mopeds were already on delivery, so I, on a bike, had to cycle 5 kilometers to her address in the rain. Once I get to her house, I'm soaked. And even more angry because when I go up to the door, some random guy opens up. This woman put in the wrong address and I needed to cycle for another 2 kilometers. Once I get to her actual house, I had to wait for her to open the door, and then the most typical Karen you can think of opens the door, and I'm now knowing what she was going to do. She was going to try and get her food for free by telling me her food was cold. M is me, I is idiot woman, B is boss. Me, hi, you ordered? Idiot woman, yeah, that took you a while. Me, yeah, I got the address wrong. Doesn't matter, I'm here now and so's your food, with my best fake smile. That's great, she says as she rips the food out of my hand. Me, you still need to pay 40 euro. The food is cold. Of course, it's raining and you made me go to the wrong address. That's not my problem. It sorta is. Well, what? Are you going to give me new warm food? I can't just make warm food in front of your house. Well, you better find a way or I'm going to call your boss. I've actually been on the phone with my boss the whole time. He is a legend. He drinks beers with me and knows I'm low on money, so he always finds a way to put in more hours than I worked. I had earplugs in, but wasn't being that rude. Me, go ahead. He'll gladly tell you that I can't make food in front of your house and that you need to wait for another long time for your food. But I want my food now. Me, I can't help that. It's food now or your food is cold. But I want my food warm and now. No need to start yelling at me. I'm going to call your boss and tell him that you're being rude. You can come in and hear what he has to say. I gladly step in the house to avoid the rain because it was still raining and there was no roof above the house. I puts her phone on speaker. B, hello, boss here. What can I do for you? I, yeah, hello. I have a very rude delivery guy. B, could you give me your address? Tells her own address. I don't have an order at that address. Me, she put in the wrong address. It's under, I told her the address where the order was placed. B, yeah, I see it now. That's 2 kilometers away. Yeah, but the food is cold. Well, that doesn't surprise me. I, so? B, so? Where is my warm food? That needs to be made. How long will that take? About 40 minutes. It's really busy. But I want my food now. Can't do that, miss. Me, sorry, miss, but you're gonna have to wait. I, boss, he also forced entry into my house. Me, no I didn't. I, yes you did. Me, you invited me in. I, you made the whole floor wet. Me, yeah, it's raining outside. I'm not going to pay for my food now. M, well, this still needs payment. You were going to pay for it. Me, no I'm not. Well, I'm not either. Ma'am, calm down. No, you guys are attacking me. B, if you don't calm down, you will not get any food at all. F you. B, me, get out of the house. Idiot woman, you are not going to get any food from us anymore. After I left the house, I took the food to BTW. The woman yelled some crap after me. The boss got back on the phone with me and told me I could go eat the food, which was still sort of warm. Once I got back, he threw a beer at me and told me I could go. The lady called the store a couple of times and screamed at my boss. Hope I never see you again, idiot. Entitled couple on the train. I never thought I'd post here, even though I have a number of entitled family members, but this couple was on another level. Non-relatives who lack common decency really irk me more than entitled family members. As with family members, at least they can be mistaken in thinking you owe them something due to blood relation before you correct them. So here goes. I live on the west coast of my country, and to get to the east, you can buy a plane ticket or embark on an almost 9-hour train journey to get to the other side. Usually, I opt for the night train as it allows us to sleep. So I booked a ticket for me and my family. I packed what we needed and then some extras of some items, as traveling with children means you have to pack an extra pair of clothing and extra sundries, etc. We couldn't fit all of us into the 2 sleeping cabins as there weren't enough on the train when I booked, and we decided my husband had to sit in a chair with the other passengers for the entire journey. He was fine with that. His coach was only one away from ours with a dining kiosk in between. Before settling in, we had a light meal as a family in the dining coach. There were a few people there, some just passing through to buy snacks and some hanging around a little longer. There was another family with us there, boyfriend, girlfriend, and their 2-year-old child. We got to talking, and the father moaned it would be hard to travel with a child, while the mother asked me for some nappies, which I gladly gave her. Then a moment later, she realized she had forgotten some snacks, so I gave her the sliced apple and carrots that I had extra. She also got to see some of the stuff I had packed for the journey as I was looking for the nappies and the snack for her. We usually buy a one-time use box of earplugs for the children, as the ones the train provides aren't always new. And it's better than giving the children the better quality and more expensive ones. My husband told the father he could have a pair of ours as there would be an extra pair after everyone had received theirs. He declined and asked if he could have my husband's. More expensive, noise-canceling, molded earplugs, as the train ones were probably dirty, and my youngest kid had played with the box and he didn't want to touch it. Naturally, my husband said no. He turned to me and asked if he could have mine, as I was sleeping in a cabin and didn't have to listen to his toddler crying. I said they could have the one used pair, but not the expensive ones. Take it or leave it, and I started to leave. This is when the mother turns to me and asked if she could have, yes, not borrow, my youngest child's blanket, as they were more or less the same age. The train provides thin fleece blankets and a blow-up pillow type thing. I gritted my teeth and said no. We settled in the cabin and fell asleep. 3 hours into the journey, I hear knocking on the cabin door. Alarmed that maybe something happened to my husband, I opened and I see the mother standing outside. She asked if she could have those earplugs, the expensive ones, as her son had more or less nonstop cried and fussed and her boyfriend couldn't take it anymore. I said no and told her I was pissed that she woke me up for something that was her problem and she could easily have avoided if she had packed in advance. She got angry and said, "Wait till I tell him about this." 5 minutes later, there was a knocking again at my door. It was the boyfriend. Quite rudely, hard to translate with exact translation into English, he told me that I had 2 options: give him the earplugs or give up my room so his son could sleep with our kids, as he was used to sleeping in a bed and their seats obviously weren't a bed. I shut the door in his face. A few minutes later, there was more knocking. I opened and both of them stood there. There was some screeching on her part, which alerted the conductor/ticket taker and other passengers. I sent a text to my husband to get there quickly. The conductor calmed the couple down and explained he could give them another pack of the fleece blanket for their kid and that they just had to make do with what they had paid for, the seats. When my husband arrived, the father went from angry to calm and asked again if he could sleep in the cabin with our children, while I took his seat, or that we give up my bed for his son so that both him and his son could get some sleep. His girlfriend tried to sell this idea to me by saying I would be close to my husband, because apparently we are a high school couple and need to be next to each other at all times for life to go on. We declined both their offers. The conductor gently tried to nudge them away from there, and even then she turned around and said, "Then just give me your blanket so that my son can at least sleep in a good blanket." The conductor thankfully got them back to their seats after threatening to throw them off at the next stop. There was no more disturbances for the rest of the journey. But we're a charity. I was selling 4 cocktail/ball gown dresses online, 1 gold, 1 blue, 1 green, and the last one was a navy dress made for a child. They were all originally around $200 to $300. I was selling them for around $20 to $50 each. I received a call from a lovely-sounding lady who initially asked about the gold dress, the most expensive. Then she realized I was selling more than 1 dress, and her questions quickly turned from, "What size is it?" to personal questions such as, "Why are you selling them? Where did you wear them to?" and, Oh, but I'm sure you looked beautiful in them. Are you sure you want to sell them? Slightly confused, I answered the questions. They were essentially just taking up space in my rather small wardrobe. Oh, but surely they mean something to you. Dresses are for memories. I suppose. I have my photos of the events, though, so I'm happy to let them go. Well, if that's the case, perhaps you would consider giving them to me. You can donate them. I run a wonderful charity for women who need dresses but cannot afford them. They would love your dresses. You'd be helping other women have wonderful memories of their own. I had honestly considered this before during formal season, Australian version of prom. There are various charities that do collect and give away dresses and suits for struggling families so their kids can dress up and enjoy their formals. So I asked her which charity she belonged to. We're new. We're just getting started. We'd love your dresses. They'd really help us get started. Oh, okay. Do you have a website or Facebook I can look at? Are you a registered charity? Oh, no. We don't have any of that yet. Okay, so you're like, well-known charity name? Not yet. She starts to speak quickly here as if trying to avoid me noticing. We set up stores for families to come in to sell the dresses much cheaper than any other stores. But we're a charity. Sorry, you sell them? Yes, but we're a charity. If you send us the dresses, we can make sure they go to people who need them. We're based in another state. I know postage isn't expensive. You'd really be doing a wonderful thing for us and the families in need. I'm sorry, but, how much do you normally charge for the dresses? Suddenly, she sounds a little less bubbly and cheerful and a little more on the snarky side, speaking faster than she already had been. Oh, that doesn't matter. You don't need them, right? What's $100 to you against helping to make a lovely memory for a lovely lady in need? I'm happy to donate them to a charity, but I'm not sure I'm comfortable with posting them. I think I'd rather deliver them to a local charity. Now all the cheerfulness is gone out of her voice. She's almost snappy now. Well, that would be your choice. Personally, I believe in helping those who ask. If you had no intention of giving them away, you should have said so. I'll take all 4 for $50 if that makes you happy. But I don't think you should want money at all, and I think you should just do the right thing and donate them. I'm a little stunned at the sudden turn in behavior. You have a great point. I'll donate them to my local charity. Thanks for the idea and have a lovely day. She started to say something else, but I hung up at that point. I'm not sure she understands what charity means, but my definition certainly isn't buying cheap dresses to sell for more. Well, that's all. Thanks for listening and see you next time.